We're very happy to have you here this morning, Farid,
Thank
because
you.
we saw your movie and we were very touched by it, and we thought
Thank you.
it's a comedy, but still has a powerful message, and obviously, as any comedy, there is suffering behind those things that people laugh about, and it's very proper to comedy. Let
Yeah.
your hero, your protagonist, suffer in front of the audience, so that we get a kick
Like
out of it.
now,
Yeah.
in Zoom, the same.
Yeah, we get little kick out of it, and at the same time
Oh, thank you.
we feel compassionate. We feel we have emotions that can help us understand the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very happy that I am in a comedy film festival because, comedy for me is very important because it's an emotion that can make you think, that can make you have a distanciation between what you see, and as you said, you can see the suffering, but at the same time you can uh, relativize,
Yeah.
like okay, it's painful, it's hard, it's heavy, but look of the other side, you can see the bright thing of this part, and as a stuttering also for myself, I live this daily. So if you don't have the comedy part, you're done, because you have to have fun sometimes. It's
Yeah.
we live in a world like everything is dark, it's sad, it's heavy, all problems, and we need comedy so much, you can imagine, and I love that, to see someone is laughing.
Yeah.
It's the best thing in the world, when you go to a screening film and you hear the people laughing at this scene, and you want to make this thing funny. It's the
Yeah.
best gift. It's
I,
funny.
I, I totally agree with you. With we can other emotions can move us and let us hear more or hear better the message of people suffering, but uh, um, uh, only with comedy do you hear these messages and have a kind of a spirit that is totally open, that is not because in other situations, for example, you could feel very bad for someone, and at the same time that will make you angry.
Mm.
But when you pass this same message through comedy, there's no anger there. There's something uplifting that let you understand something, and then you are ready to face that whatever situation, problem, but
Yeah.
without side effects, without those that could change, may change your your reaction, because you have other emotions that could be negative, I would
No,
say.
I'm totally agree with you. I think it's maybe part of my Egyptian blood, because in Egypt we have a lot of humor sense. We love to laughing about things. We laugh a lot, and maybe for this, it came from my dad because he's from Egypt. But I think we like to laughing about things that is very heavy, like no matter, laughing, life is goes on, and you know, uh, it's very important to have this emotion, as you said, to not be in a negative way, because um, as the film said, you can feel harassment and bullying for people is mocking at you for the stuttering,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you have to use this bullying and transform it into something uh funny, and the auto derision. I don't know
Mm.
if you can say that auto
Yeah.
derision. Yeah.
Auto the yeah.
Yeah, it's like, okay, they mocks at you, but you have to mock with yourself to have this
Yeah,
distanciation between the first, oh, he attacks me like, but if you think with a distanciation with with a humor side, you can, evacuate this. So
yeah,
it's like uh something important, like a therapy, to have this
yeah,
um to mocks of yourself, but in a good way. Like,
yeah.
oh yeah, I will speak for days to ask a coca like that. I don't know. No?
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, yeah,
But if people laugh and you can laugh off yourself,
yeah,
it's a good way. So I think this film, it's a therapy also about this.
yeah. And it's also for everyone, as it could be linked only to the problem of stuttering, but in reality, each person has some kind of weakness,
Mm.
and some kind of also a secret, and and just like with stuttering, many people have a lot of problems dealing with it, to accept it in publicly. I mean,
Sure.
the acceptance of whatever problem we may have
Mm.
publicly to the others. This is how I am, helps you a lot,
Yeah.
then later on cope with it, and cope with it socially, because it is said. I mean, the most terrible thing is that a lot of people would want to hide that, and so they would live in this situation where they try to hide something, and at the same time they know they can't really hide it. It's gonna be so they live this stress, this terrible stress. They're gonna judge me on this and that. When you say it, okay, I'm like this, then nobody can judge you. So they already know. I mean, it's
Yeah, you're completely right, because a lot of people that have seen the movie come to me as a feedback, like, I recognize myself in this, but I'm not stuttering, but I'm shy, or I have a low self-esteem. So, it's about all the people who can't express or have this shyness, the hiding parts, and they have to put on spotlight like that. So I'm very happy that a lot of people can understand this. And
yeah. Hmm.
and I think, yeah, that's the message, that is not just the stuttering, but also it's a human being, like
Yeah,
anyone.
yeah, anyone. And obviously you saw the king's speech, I suppose.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So as soon as I started watching your movie, I was like, yeah, this is a theme that probably is important enough for people to express it in different ways. And yeah, because as simple as it may sound, it is psychologically something very, very heavy, very strong, and therefore, yeah, it deserves
Yeah.
many movies, I suppose.
Yeah, we have a lot of ways to do. You will not believe me, but entre les mots, between the words, I had this idea before the King's speech.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a long time in my head, because I said it was in 2008, something like that. And 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 I think it's very cinematic to not be able to speak,
Yeah,
and I wanted something very cinematic about the stuttering, and I thinking about how, and there is the King's Speech. I said, oh my God, and I see this film, and I was, oh man, there is a film about stuttering. No, it's
yeah,
over. I will not do that anymore.
yeah,
But I want to do we have a lot of films with the same subject, so no matter, and we have to reinvented another thing. So I wanted to make things more personal and more actual. and not the
Yeah,
same ending also, because
yeah,
you know
uh,
I
uh,
will not spoil it, but the
yeah,
King's Speech is different. It's the past and things.
yeah, yeah.
No,
No, the approach is totally different, and
but it's a great movie.
the message is also, but it's complementary. It's shedding light on a problem. I don't know if it's called a handicap today, or if it's is agreed upon as a handicap, but it is a state that obviously make people suffer, and at the same time pushes them to maybe their best, pushes them to find real solutions, to find their place in society. And just like this kid in the movie, trying to find a solution that can really help him solve
Yeah.
his immediate problems.
Yeah. And
And
and that's the fun part of the film, because you try a lot of solutions to find a way, and this is makes things funny, and I'm very inspired by when I was kid. I see a lot of comedy movies. I love comedy so much, so that's why I'm very happy to be in a comedy film festival, because I love the comedy, and I saw Charlie Chaplin movies, and I saw how they can express a comedy emotion without speaking. And I think that's for stuttering. That's the point. Study Chaplin to make this visual and to understand what is in his mind.
yeah,
So there is a part in a movie uh, where there is a girl. Uh, you know,
uh,
you saw the film, so I will not
yeah,
spoil it. But
yeah,
the girl have also a difficulty to speak.
yeah.
So this can be like a comedy situation about how the world can be small and how the communication can be different, but at the same time we can understand each other. So that's why the visual is very important for me for this movie.
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree with you. It allows to create, and we are not used to that. We're so much used to synchronization in movies, that
Mhm.
when you have image that is not synchronized with the speech, it makes you it makes you tick,
Yeah.
but at the same time it reveals some new things, because
Mhm.
just like when you do when you show some images that are supposed to also trigger something.
Uh, there is a movie directed by Michel Hazanavicius. I think it's OSS 117. This is a cinema movie.
OSS 117, yeah.
Yeah, 117. And there is a scene when they just show the city of Paris with the
Uh-huh.
Eiffel Tower, and they put in text Paris. Like, like you can
So that we
understand that it's
know.
Paris because there is the Eiffel Tower. So they put Paris at the same time Eiffel Tower. Like it's a double thing, but it makes the shot very funny, because
Yeah,
you understand that it's Paris. You don't have to explain it. So
yeah,
yeah, I agree with you with synchronizing things and to tell people what they have to see, and you
yeah.
know
and
and I
and, and there is also something that I think that works very well in your movie, but it's also, I think it's linked to stuttering as a phenomenon, is the expectation. I mean, when we see the point of view of the protagonist, and we understand what he wants to say, uh, but he has difficulties in saying it, but to whatever person in front. But we are also will experience that same, because we want him to say what we understand he's going to say. You know, it's that expectation that puts us in a situation really of not only empathy. No, it puts us really in a situation of living the experience. You know, how long would this person stay in front of me, listening, before either I say what I have to say or she leaves, and then I might be in trouble because I wouldn't have said that. You know, because there is maybe this little fear of the other person reacting, you know, in a way not expected because of the wait. She, you know, she has to wait the time
you know,
to get the message.
Yeah, you know, you're exactly right, because we are in a communication. Now everything is fast. You have to be very fast, you know, like phones and everything. So people speak fast and everything is fast. And if we can't wait for the, you know, so they have to interrupt.
Yeah, exactly.
And this happens daily, you know, people who stuttering, they interrupt. And this is the, you know, if I have
It's
to
even
give
worse.
advice to people with, if they know someone is stuttering, please let him speak.
You have to give more time. I mean, it's the rule. It's the rule of communication, where, you know, humans, just like you have rules with different people, or for example, when you have the same problem reversed, you talk to an old lady and she can't hear, and you shouldn't get angry and start yelling because she couldn't hear the you know, twice the sentence you said. You have to recognize she's a human being. She has now difficulties because of age and other, and it will require you more time, patience. Certainly not doing some kind of behavior that is awkward or that is impolite, etc., so that you could have meaningful relations with another human being. Otherwise, you know, you lack in humanity yourself.
Yeah, you know, that's why I did this film, to make people understand that some people needs time, some people needs to be listening, to you know, to have time to listen. And it's very hard, because you know, it's very hard to people to wait more seconds to hear finishing his sentence, because we already know what he's gonna say, and we don't want to wait. Why you right? So there is a scene in a movie when he's with his friends, and he tried to speak a word like and his friends try to guess what he wants to say, like a game, you know. Game. Okay, you want to say pizza, or whatever, you know. So that's so comedy thing also about making fun about it, because it's like a game, like something like he's struggling. Okay, let's make a game about it to have fun, you know, just
well, I'll make you a little confession here. You know, I have with my daughter exactly the opposite problem. Opposite. Now, you tell me, how is the opposite? Well, opposite, because kids now, you know, she's 16. Kids are so used to listening to the videos with that speed, you know, that speed thing, you know, where they listen to, you know, whether WhatsApp or with a higher speed, that they start talking like that. They speak at a higher rate. You know, it's almost if you hear a WhatsApp audio with twice the speed of the talk, you know. But when I hear her talk like that, I said, "Hey, slow down! Hey, I can't follow you. This is not WhatsApp. You should stop watching WhatsApp at that speed, you know." Because they lose you, you know.
Very funny.
It's just but you know, the problem is then when she has her girlfriend with her at home, and they speak like that. They speak very fast. and you're listening, you try to understand, or what are they saying? They just talk it too fast.
Yeah, this idea of the WhatsApp to play faster.
Yeah,
This is a
play,
good
yeah.
idea for my film. Yeah, if I knew that, I will put inside the movie because it's a great idea. The guy, he couldn't speak and he put
Yeah. So he would,
four.
yeah, he would make the audio and then put a higher speed and then put it at 2 or 3 so that it's normal. Yeah, it's
Yeah. But the technology is so fast that I can't, when I did this film, it was with the Zoom things, but now they're coming the AI, and then I don't know what's next. It's incredible, the
yeah,
technology.
yeah,
So we can make
yeah.
more films about stuttering with the
Well,
new
yeah,
technology.
yeah. Well, and I think this is also a message that you have in your film. Whatever evolution humanity is going into in terms of technology, in terms of way of life that changes, we still have to keep links with our past, our traditions, our values as we have learned them from other generations, because we can't just move forward and leave whatever behind, and things like that. The showing sometimes the weakness of the human beings, yet it is not something. People live with that. They can live happy, they can have families, they can. It's not a problem, and they could even cope with it better than others because they have the proper support from environment. All that is very important, and that's why movies like yours are very important. Not to tell us that what counts in this world is the technological change and us moving forward, and otherwise we'll become some kind of race, like ideal race, as we saw sometimes in some movies. If you have a very small defect, then they kick you out of the society.
Yeah.
They want only perfect human beings who look like each other all, and they do not allow for anyone who's have a smallest physical imperfection to survive or to have kids, or it's a
You're right. And as a stutter also, when you start to stutter, the people who don't know you think that you don't have self-confidence, or you're not right, you're not the good person, because you're stuttering. And so this is very hard because uh, you can't access to what you want because of this. So all the door close of this. So it's very, frust- frustrating to not be able to do what you want because
yeah.
of this. So you have to find another ways, and yes. So you're completely right when you say we are
Yeah.
like an outcast and things.
Yeah, well, the point is to avoid that and make sure that people understand, and in throughout humanity for a long time, any kind of handicap was badly seen by society. They would laugh about it, and whether whether you lump, or whether you limp, or whether you have only one eye, but I think. The fight for human rights is also the fight for everyone to be part of the society, whatever
Mm.
deficiency, whatever problem, whatever situation he may be in.
Yeah,
And
yes. In this film, I speak about the free speech, the importance of free speech, because
yeah,
I know in some countries you can't express yourself, and you can't imagine how good it is to someone who can speak to be able to speak.
yeah,
So in the film, I also compare with the free speech. When when you can be free to say what you want, you know. So
Yeah,
it's like an ironic situation between
exactly.
someone who can't speak freely because he can't, and the free speech, the right, the human
Yeah.
right. So
Yeah, it's a more, many people take it for as given,
yeah,
but in fact, they are telling me that we have online somebody else, you know. But it's basically, yeah, I agree that it's not a given. People need to acknowledge that nothing is free. It's a blessing. It's something that we can benefit from. But we need to understand that other people may not have the chance we have. Yeah.
yeah, that's right.
Well, Farid, thank you so much for being
Thank
with
you.
us today and having this little chat. The
Yeah,
best luck to your movie. The best
yeah.
luck to
Thank
your
you.
work and
Yeah. I just want to know
yeah.
what is your favorite scene that you make you laughing in a movie? Because
What is the
the best laugh.
I think it was very interesting when he found a way to sing out
Oh,
his way
maybe not
so
baby.
that it helps because it's a funny people will not understand why he's singing, but
Yeah,
we understand that he found a solution to
yeah.
it.
That was my voice when I sing. It's
Okay.
singing this part.
Yeah, well, it was well done, very well done.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you
Take
so
care of
much, Akil.
yourself, and the best luck to you. The best luck to
Thank
you.
you
Bye
very
bye
much.
now. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Merci.